Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead character video. This one will be on Adrienne, a member of the Oceanside community. Adrienne is of course female. She is played by Keely McAllister. She is late 20s to early 30s in season 7 and mid to late 30s in season 11. Not much is known about Adrienne's life before the outbreak, aside she may have been a photographer of some description, as she later becomes this when she joins the Commonwealth. When the outbreak began, Adrienne joined a community based at Hollowbrant Outreach Recovery Centre. She may have also been joined by a male family member or friend. Soon a group called the Saviours came and subjugated them. This hostile group, led by a man named Simon, ordered that they give up their supplies and keep delivering supplies to them weekly or monthly, whatever it was. Eventually, under the community's leader Natanya, Adrienne and the others decided to fight back against the Saviours. However, they lost, and Simon decided to execute all the boys and men over the age of 10. This may have included a male family member of Adrienne's. After this, Adrienne fled with her community far away, eventually founding Oceanside and living by the sea. In order to never be found, Oceanside had a strict kill-on-sight rule, meaning any stranger who stumbled upon them was shot and killed. Adrienne might have participated in this. In Season 7, Adrienne is doing work when she's alerted there's an intruder in the woods, aka Tara. She rushes to the armory to grab a gun and shoots at Tara. Rachel holds Tara at gunpoint and Adrienne joins her fellow Oceansiders to hold Tara at gunpoint. Natanya rushes over and argues with Cindy on what to do with Tara. Obviously Cindy wants to spare her and Tara tries to explain herself, saying sorry. Later, Adrienne is at the table with the kids helping with the arts and crafts and watches Rachel spit on the floor at Tara. Tara then flips the little girl off. Days later, Adrienne chats with another Oceanside member outside. Minutes after that, bombs go off and this woman flees away from the explosions. Obviously, Rick and Alexandria draw her and the other Oceansiders into the woods where members of Alexandria wait for them at gunpoint. Eventually, Natanya comes over with Tara hostage, and Adrienne looks interested when Cindy points out Rick and his group want them to fight the Saviours. Natanya is knocked out and then watches as Alexandria and Oceanside work together to kill the dead. Adrienne then watches Rick's group steal all of Oceanside's guns. In Season 8, after Aaron kept pestering Oceanside, eventually they all decide to help fight against the Saviours. Adrienne travels with the other women to the hilltop and helps to Molotov cocktail some Saviours to save the hilltop. And here's a little cast photo with her there. In between Season 8 and 9, Oceanside opened its doors to the communities and joined the coalition. She remains at Oceanside, it seems, and isn't seen again next until Season 9. In Season 9, Adrienne travels to the kingdom for the trade fair and is seen listening to Ezekiel's speech, opening up the fair. She enjoys the fair, seen chatting and eating with a man, and she later is seen watching the movie in the kingdom theatre, clapping as it starts. Overall, she has a great day, but sadly later, Adrienne listens to Sadiq's speech, learning about the beheadings. In Season 10, Adrienne welcomes the coalition whilst they all train together to be ready for the Whisperer's return. Adrienne is seen walking around with another woman into the community and chats away with this person. She likely helps to put out the satellite fire and deal with the dead that are attracted by it. In the finale, Adrienne isn't seen, but she likely evacuated to the tower/hospital or somewhere else during the final battle with the Whisperers. Following the Commonwealth's introduction to the coalition, Adrienne decided to move from the Oceanside to the Commonwealth, despite Oceanside not formally signing an agreement with them. When she arrived there, it seems she was assigned the job of photographer for the newspaper, the Commonwealth Tribune. In Season 11, Adrienne enjoys the Commonwealth Halloween celebrations. She first buys some bakery goods from Carol's bakery stall, and later she's seen watching Pamela hand out cotton candy to the kids and claps for the governor. Then Adrienne watches the children's Halloween costume competition announcement, seeing Celeste won with her Mercer costume. Adrienne attends the protest outside the Union Station, demanding justice for what Sebastian Milton did to April Martins. However, when the troopers announce curfew, Adrienne is seen dispersing with the majority of the protesters. She watches Shira and Roman get blocked in the crowd too. Some days later, Adrienne heads to the Founders Day celebrations and she watches the wrestling match and then looks excited and ready for the lottery numbers to be read out. When Sebastian goes to do his speech, the woman next to Adrienne gives her a sort of look to say, "Oh, here we go." She then looks shocked when Sebastian's true words are played over the speakers by Eugene, hearing Pamela handpicks the lottery winners. Oh no. She isn't seen throwing stuff at Pamela and the soldiers, but she is at the ring shouting at them. Eventually, when seeing zombie cleaners heading towards them, Adrienne flees with the rest of the residents and witnesses Sebastian throw a walker onto Max. She then watches Sebastian be overpowered by the same walker and killed by it. She looks to be shocked, but doesn't help him at any point. She continues to flee after this and watches Eugene being dragged away to safety by Daryl. When all the coalition people started to get rounded up, turns out Adrienne, at first, was spared, as she's seen in the Union Station for the meeting regarding Sebastian's death. She has her camera in hand, ready to take some snaps. She listens to Yumiko's speech, and when Yumiko asks Tommy to stand up, Adrienne flashes a picture of him, and then more when Yumiko drops the bombshell that she's defending Eugene in court. Sometime after this, though, Adrienne is rounded up and captured by the Commonwealth government. She's drugged and brought to Outpost 22, aka Alexandria. She works to clear the train tracks at the labour camp outside the community, and at night she's told to leave her bed by the Commonwealth troopers, who drag Negan and then Annie to be executed. She then watches Ezekiel and some others put their lives at risk to save Negan and Annie. Adrienne doesn't, though. What a coward. Luckily, the troopers put their guns down. I mean, one of them gets killed, whatever, and the warden is stopped. And then she watches Rosita interrogate the warden and then let a zombie chomp on his face. In the morning, Adrienne gets on the bus when Rosita shouts at her and everyone to get on. She then boards the train and heads with the others to the outskirts of the Commonwealth, looking to sneak in. When the troopers clear, Adrienne heads through the tunnels towards the Union Station with the others. However, the Union Station is chained up and they're ambushed and shot at. Tyler and 4 others are killed and Adrienne is shot in the leg but takes cover behind a desk/bench thingy. Eventually, Daryl shoots a fire extinguisher to give them cover to escape, and Adrienne hobbles out there with the help of Kelly supporting her. Despite being shot, Adrienne runs with the others, desperately trying to get Judith to hospital. And most likely, Adrienne's probably trying to get there too, to fix her gunshot wound. Luckily, she's being helped by another extra, and she tries to keep up with the core rest of the characters. The Commonwealth troopers pin them in, and they soon see the dead, and one walker is able to climb. Luke and Jules soon run over, and Adrienne helps to clear a path for Daryl and Judith to get through. Adrienne continues to help fight the dead with the rest of the group and then watches Jules die and Luke be bitten. Carol clears a path and Adrienne is able to hobble away from the swarm of the dead, heading towards the hospital. Now, it's unclear if Adrienne ever got to the hospital, as we see Luke, Magna, Connie and Kelly there, but either way, Adrienne, for one reason or another, sadly gets caught in the door, either coming in to the hospital, like first arriving, or she was helping to kill the dead that were coming towards the door. But either way, a swarm of zombies grab her. Kelly and Magna rush to her and try to pull her to safety. However, sadly, the variant zombies are too strong, and this happens to Adrienne. Devoured by walkers. It can be assumed there wasn't much left of her to bury, but she likely also got one of those plaques honouring her like Luke, Rosita and Jules did. Adrienne is really just a background character, but I really enjoy going through these because you get a little story with it, okay? Here's a woman who likely lost a male family member or friend to Simon and the Saviours. She lived then by the ocean, and then after all those years, decided to move to the Commonwealth for a better life, becoming a photographer. Then she's put in a labour camp, shot in the leg and devoured by walkers. I mean, she survived the outbreak so many years, only to go out in that horrible way. She really should have just stayed at the ocean. Anyway, tell me your thoughts on Adrienne. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.